short-term training program. We shall now commence our valedictory ceremony. I, Ganesh Pai, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of AICT sponsored 6-day short-term training program on machine learning for societal application, organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering, TA College of Engineering, Bangalore. I take this opportunity to welcome our delegates to the valedictory function of short-term training program. I, on behalf of everyone present here, wholeheartedly welcome the Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Shaheen, Information Security Professional, to this function. It's my pleasure to welcome a renowned academician and guest of honor, Dr. B.H. Shekhar, Professor, Department of Studies and Research in Computer Science, Mangalore University, Mangalore, to this valedictory program.
Thank you.
I extend a warm and cordial welcome to our principal, Dr. Abdul Sharif, Vice Principal, Dr. Zamis MK, principals from sister institutions, Director MBA, heads of various departments, staff coordinators of this short-term training program, faculty members of our department and institute, and all other participants from the various academic and institutions and industries. It's my pleasure to welcome all the speakers of the short-term training program to this valedictory function. I also welcome Dr. Murali sir to the valedictory ceremony. It's a true pleasure for me to welcome our beloved HOD and convener of the short-term training program, Dr. Sharmila Kumari M, to this function.
I now request our beloved HOD to give a brief report on the short-term training program.
Respected dignitaries and dear participants, a very good morning to all. We are very pleased to mention that we have come to an end of this 6 days short-term training program on machine learning for societal applications. It's my privilege to present before you the brief summary of this training program. We were glad that we have received overwhelming response from all parts of India for this program, but we could register only 90 participants against maximum 75 participants mentioned in the brochure. We provided YouTube link of the program to the remaining participants. The program was inaugurated by Mr. Brijesh Balakrishnan, Senior Vice President and Unit Head, Digital Engineering Services, and Director, the Board of Directors, CSS Corporation Private Limited, India. Mr. Brijesh, in his inaugural speech, highlighted the growth of technology in the past 70 years and stressed upon the importance of data in the present scenario. The founder chairman of our institute, Dr. P.A. Ibrahim Haji, and Executive Director, Mr. Abdullah Ibrahim, PA Education Trust, graced the occasion with their diplomatic presence as guest of honor. Dr. Ramesh MK, the Vice Principal of PA College of Engineering, he spoke on the need of these kinds of programs. The program was presided by Dr. Abdul Sharif, the Principal of our college. In the presidential remarks, he gave the overview of the progress of the institution and the objectives of the training program. The second and third sessions on the day 1, Professor Ashok Rao, Professor and Director, NIE, Mysore, delivered on machine learning and its applications by considering various live research problems. He encouraged the researchers to focus on these problems in their research work. On the second day, machine learning for healthcare analytics and various clustering techniques were discussed by Dr. P.S. Hiremath, Professor KLE Technological University, BBBCET, Hubballi. In the third session, Dr. Zaid Ansari, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, conducted hands-on sessions using Python programming language on the topic Image and Video Analytics. Third day of the program included the talk on text detection in 3D video images by the eminent speaker, Dr. P. Shivakumara, Professor from University of Malaya, Malaysia. In the afternoon session, the talk on text analytics using NLP, along with implementation details, were delivered by Dr. H.L. Shashireka, Professor, Department of Computer Science, Mangalore University. Both speakers motivated the researchers to focus on these problems in their research work. On the first session of the fourth day, we have witnessed a mathematically oriented session by Dr. Jnaneshwaranath Satpathy, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, AG Institute of Technology, Mangalore, covering the fundamentals of artificial neural networks and neural networks for defense applications. In the afternoon session, we had an excellent and research-oriented session by Dr. Gangadhar Bhatt, Professor, Mangalore University, on GIS for Visual Data Analytics. The fifth day is one of the brainstorming day where we had Dr. Dinesh, scientist, Samsung R&D, Bangalore, who covered fundamentals of deep learning and discussed the state-of-the-art research works being developed in industries and also highlighted on their societal applications. In the second session, Dr. Dinesh has also presented different kinds of deep learning algorithms by taking some of the well-known problems on the field of machine learning. In the third session, Professor B.H. Shekhar from Mangalore University, a renowned researcher, discussed on various biometric technologies for e-governance, followed by a hands-on session using Python programming language. Today morning, we have witnessed a critical thinking and pervasive session by Dr. S. Murali, President, Maharaja Education Trust, Mysore, on research issues and avenues in computer vision. Along with his enthusiastic and committed research team, Dr. Deepu Singh, Professor Honna Raju, Dr. Avinash, Dr. H.L. Shishireka, Dr. Geeta Kiran, and Dr. Mohan S. presented the philosophical view on research, society, and industry need-based projects in the domain of machine learning, which truly conclude the title of our STTP program on machine learning for societal applications. We have indeed very grateful to you, sir, for your well-planned presentation along with your research team. Overall, participants have gathered very useful findings from this program by the renowned academicians, industry experts, and enthusiastic researchers. It's my pleasure to take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to Colonel Venkat, the Director of STTP program, AICTE, New Delhi, for his support in organizing this training program. Being a coordinator of this program, it's my prime duty to acknowledge the support and help of many people in conducting this program. First and foremost, I wholeheartedly thank our beloved Chairman and Executive Director, P Education Trust, for their constant inspiration, and our Principal, Vice Principal, Director Academics, Heads of various departments for their well-timed help and suggestions. I extend my sincere gratitude to all participants for their active participation in the program. On behalf of our institution, I thank all the resource persons for accepting our invitation in spite of their very busy schedule and sharing their knowledge through their highly informative lectures. Finally, I thank members of Advisory and Technical Committee, staff coordinators, and all my colleagues who supported all through these 6 days in organizing this program. Their efforts cannot be measured in words, and I remember all their works for the successful and perfect execution of this program with an excellent time and session management. Thank you and wish all of you a pleasant weekend.
I now take this opportunity to introduce our today's program chief guest, Mr. Shaheen. Shaheen is an information security professional and has been in the cybersecurity practice for more than 20 years. His experience spans across some of the world's largest firms, including JP Morgan Chase, BMO Financial Group, Tulus Telecommunication, Manulife Financial, and Santander, building enterprise security from the ground up. He has held titles and led functions such as Director of Information Security, VP of Cybersecurity, Enterprise Security Architect, Information Security Officer, and AVP of Application Development. Shaheen holds MS in Information Security and Assurance and holds certifications such as Certified Information Systems Security Professional and Certified in Risk and Information Systems Control. Currently, he is pursuing his MBA at Boston University. With this short introduction, I now request Mr. Shaheen to address our audience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pai. The guest of honor, Dr. Shekhar, the principal, Dr. Sharif, Vice Principal, Dr. Ramesh MK, Director, Dr. Hassan, Head of Department, Dr. Kumari, member of the organizing committee, and the students of this program. Thank you for having me. I'm by the humbled to be your chief guest and present a topic that is close to my heart. The topic you have gone through this week are exciting, and let me pick from there. Machine learning appears to have made impressive progress on many tasks, including image classification, machine translation, autonomous vehicle control, playing games on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and Steam. This has made AI popular. What I'm going to do today is to take you through an industry that many of us use. I would help you understand why security is essential to protect the community while building a platform using machine learning in the auto industry. Before I begin, I have to put out this statement that the thoughts and ideas expressed here are my own and do not represent my employer or university. When Bertha Benz made the first drive visiting her mother in Germany, she was creating history. She became the first person to drive a car for a little more than 100 kilometers. Although it looks like she was using her husband's car to visit her mother, her motive was to market her husband's invention to the world. That was probably the most effective way to socialize the product at that time. There was no digital media or social network. With an internal combustion engine, tubular steel frame, and 3 wheels, the only electrical connection was the high voltage ignition with the spark plug. Today, Benz cars are loaded with MBUX infotainment system and a learning software that enables a customizable presentation with an intelligent voice control system and a navigation system with augmented reality. The car comes with an ecosystem for apps and services to allow an in-car office. The automobile company is now transitioning from a pure product company to a platform ecosystem. Why is this happening? That's because if they don't have a strategy for a platform world, they will have to begin planning their exit. If you look at the global brands of 2019, most of the successful ones are technology companies. The ones in purple are commodity-based pipeline businesses. They build their product for their consumers using materials provided by their suppliers. A good example is Coca-Cola. They produce packaged beverages using raw materials such as water, Coke, and other ingredients. It used to be on the top, but no more. The one in red outline are traditional pipeline businesses that are slowly transforming into a platform business. Not all of them are successful. An example is GE. To get it right, you need to have a business use case with appropriate technology to support it and a community to use it. Daimler saw it coming in 2015. The head of Mercedes-Benz then said it would not allow Daimler to be demoted to the role of dumb supplier by simply producing cars for Google and Apple. He saw it coming 5 years back, and his plans are working very well. In the traditional business, the pipeline business, products have features. The value in products is generated when goods and services follow through the firm's pipeline. The business takes input into production, combines them, a new source of value and added and moves them from suppliers to buyers. Much of the value are generated within the business. However, in a platform business, value is generated outside the company. The platform they build enables continuous interaction with suppliers and consumers to create a network effect. The effect it creates helps its products and services become more valuable as more people use it. The feedback it creates attracts more users to use it. So what is powering this platform? It is the community and the information they generate. They add more value to the platform. To make the platform successful and create wealth, you need to have an excellent matching system. That's where you need to have a well-planned machine learning. Some examples of platforms with suppliers and consumers include Android developers and users, Amazon sellers and buyers, Facebook posters and readers, or Upwork projects and freelancers. In all these, production and consumption are moved off the platform. The business creates and curates the platform while the suppliers and consumers interact and generate value in it. The trick for a successful platform is to have a proper machine learning system to match and support producers and consumers. Having low quality participants on the platform would be an adverse selection problem. A key role of the platform is to push out bad quality and bring in good quality to the platform. Most of these successful platforms have a quality scoring mechanism or a reputation system to curate the participation. Investing in such AI will reward high quality, visibility, and profitable business. Though machine learning and AI have been around more than cybersecurity, the need for secure machine learning systems started getting traction with some recent incidents. I'll show you some examples in the next slide. Before you get into that, let's go through some security risks. One of the most discussed attacks that threaten machine learning system is known as adversarial examples. This attack aims to fool machine learning model by feeding it malicious input in tiny nudges that cause the model to make false predictions or categorizations. Think about the neural network that you would build. Adversarial examples are very real and therefore need to be planned for in the machine learning design. Since data plays such a massive role in machine learning security, if an attacker can purposely manipulate the data used by a machine learning system, it can compromise the entire system. Machine learning engineers should consider what training data an attacker could control and to what extent they could control it so that they can prevent data poisoning. When a machine learning system continues learning and modifying its behavior while in operational use, it is said to be online. Experienced hackers can subtly move an online system in the wrong direction by feeding the system inputs that retrain it to give the wrong outputs. This type of attack is generally easy to carry out and subtle enough to be successful. Since this attack is so complex, machine learning engineers must consider algorithm choice, data provenance, and machine learning operations to properly protect the system. A transfer learning attack is a risk when machine learning system is built by fine-tuning a pre-trained model that is widely available. An attacker could use the public model as a cover for their malicious machine learning behavior. If you use a transfer model, it should describe in detail exactly what the system does and what the creator has put in place to control the risk in the models. Protecting confidential data is already difficult without it being part of a machine learning system. Machine learning brings additional challenges to protecting confidential data since sensitive data is built into the model through training. There are effective but subtle attacks to extract data from a machine learning system and a potential risk. To protect your system from this type of attack, it is necessary to build security protocols into the model from the beginning stage in the machine learning life cycle. Here are some of the cyber incidents reported in the 2021 Upstream Global Automotive Cybersecurity Report. In January 2020, India saw more than 4,000 vehicles stolen by bypassing engine control module. The same month, hackers showed how they could remotely trigger brakes and steer the vehicle into an oncoming traffic. We talked about Benz cars. February of this year saw how hackers were able to unlock its car doors and start the engine. Some of the attacks involve adversaries getting access to the enterprise by hacking the cars they built. It's interesting to see how hackers look for small things to get into the network. Such things include code, API token, and passwords. They get into the network, steal intellectual property, and sell them on the dark web. The network is held hostage using ransomware until you pay. Sometimes they may attack your third party or subcontractor because your network is already strong. They would use a third party to get into your network. There are many ways to get into your car: servers, key fobs, mobile app, infotainment system, IT network, sensors, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cell network, USB port, you name it. 77% of all incidents reported in 2020 involved remote attacks, with 20% involving a keyless entry fob and a 36% involving data privacy breach. 28% of the incident involves a car theft or break-ins. These are cars you and I use. When we build a platform, we have to build them secure and strong. So how do we do it? To begin with, please don't wait for an incident to happen to fix a bug in your code or your system. The more you wait, the more you spend fixing the issue. When you develop a business case, make sure it is reviewed from a use case and abuse cases perspective. Abuse cases are the ways in which hackers get into the system. Build out a workflow diagram and make sure you address them with appropriate controls. At the end of the design, review it with your security team to find flaws. They would help you develop a threat model showing you all possible ways to get into the system based on the developed design. Address the weaknesses in the design before you send it to the build. When you develop the code, have your security team review them. They would check the code for security vulnerabilities both in the code state and when it is executed. They will verify whether the flaws in this design are addressed or not. By the time you have a final integrated product, perform a penetration test. Do it with red teams and blue teams. Red teams are the ones that would attack while the blue ones would defend. Perform this test as frequently as possible. This would ensure the product stands the will of time. With that, thank you once again for having me. I hope I shared some information with you in this short time. Congratulations to all of you for completing this program. Stay connected on LinkedIn.
Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your knowledge and experience. It was really an informative session. We are deeply honored to have you as our chief guest to this function. Thank you, sir. I now request Vice Principal Dr. Ramesh MK to address the audience. Over to Vice Principal Dr. Ramesh MK.
Thank you, Ganesh Bhai. Respected dignitaries, participants, my colleagues, faculty members, and all the present here. It's indeed an honor to deliver to this August gathering for this valedictory program. And PA College of Engineering is very happy to note that we are able to conduct an FDP on machine learning for societal applications. As in the inaugural function, as mentioned by the speakers during the inaugural function, the program is well crafted as far as the topic, as far as the speakers. Today itself, we have one person from US, one person from Fiji Islands. As we usually say, Karlo Dunia Muthi Mein, this online platform has made the whole world into our fist. And of course, when we become more dependent on this machine, the upcoming technologies like artificial intelligence, the machine learning, it becomes more relevant. And we as teachers, we should become a bridge between the industry and the society, and we give solutions to the problems which are faced by the society. I hope and I understand that this program has made a very good platform, and Sharmala Kumari madam and her team has well designed and conducted the program in a meticulous way. And this valedictory program, even during the lunch hour also being conducted, indicates the interest of the faculty members. And I wish all the best. And I request all the faculty members to disseminate the knowledge what you have got from here further to your stakeholders, including students and the society. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. I now request our guest of honor, Dr. P.H. Shekhar, to share his views on short-term training program. Over to Dr. Shekhar, sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Respected dignitaries, definitely it is an occasion to all of us to share our views over online, and the team headed by Dr. Sharmila so made an opportunity, in fact, to all of us to have a discussions. And over these 6 days, I know the participants has gained a lot. Starts from the Professor Ashok Rao lectures to today's session headed by Dr. Murali and his team. An excellent input, and also the sessions, what I observed through, I used to attend some of the sessions. Almost all the sessions are really interesting, and I'm sure participants have really enjoyed and able to know. In fact, it's not possible to learn everything within a span of 6 days, but it could be the first step in their learning. I just happened to go on through the internet and would like to see what this PAC is for, PA College of Engineering, where their vision is to provide a center of evolution for excellence in technological management and research education. And in particular, if I say PACE, so it in fact says a step forward in their life. In fact, I mean to say that it is a single step taken when walking or say running. That's what when I say PAC stands for. I mean a noun definition that we would say. In this context, Dr. Sharmila and his team has made an effort in order to put a step forward to all the researchers or the participating in this workshop to walk towards their destination, maybe in terms of either academic or maybe in terms of research. So such kind of input has been given in this 6 days, rightly pointed out from the beginning, from the day one, and with an excellent administrative support, Dr. Sharmila has been able to organize these 6 days wonderful sessions, which really gives a very informative talks on many areas. As you have seen, a machine learning for societal applications. In fact, it really covers diversified areas. Starts with health informatics to GIS on visual data, and also to those who are interested on governance aspects on biometrics, and also the role of heart of the, say for example, artificial intelligence, say we would artificial neural networks and deep learning algorithms. And to the end, Dr. Murali and his team has given a very diversified domains in the field of computer vision, which are really useful to the mankind. In that context, I believe the team has made an effort to cover all the aspects. Probably after listening to Shaheen, the chief guest of today's function, which is very professional presentation covering the cyber security aspects from and what is expected from the industry, is really given, and probably they can take up in the later days about these issues also, which is one kind of concern to the society, cyber security aspects from the point of view of, because when we are living in this digital world, definitely all of us will have a some kind of apprehension to use the digital technology, what kind of security that has been provided. So machine learning can take care of that. I mean, one can think of designing algorithms to provide a security to the data. So in that context, some of the issues have been also discussed, and it is very interesting, I believe. I will not take much of your time, I know, because definitely the participants would be waiting on the last minute to take up the test. But take it positively, even though there is a test ahead. Please take it positively, and it is again, it's a kind of learning. I'm sure the organizers will have a pleasure of not to test you, but to make you feel more comfortable with whatever the concepts that you all learned. So I wish all the best, and I'm sure you all got many from this particular workshop. And I take this opportunity to thank the organizing team, Dr. Sharmila, Dr. Pai, and Dr. Amis, and also the principal, Dr. Sharif, and the vice principal, Dr. Amis, Dean Academics, and also Dr. Murli and his team. And finally, the PA Education Trust, Dr. Ibrahim Haji, who in fact really caused their name called say a pace, a step higher. I wish good luck and all the best to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable session. I now request some of the participants to share their valuable feedback. Firstly, I would request Professor Vidya from Mangalore University to share her feedback.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a research scholar from Mangalore University. This is the third time I'm attending this workshop. Every time there is a new pinch of discussion and its various applications. As a beginner in research, I got a lot of inputs from this workshop, especially how to go about the implementation. Even those aspiring to do research would have got a lot of inputs from this workshop, and which areas they can touch and what is currently happening. All topics selected were very useful and discussed very neatly by all the resource persons. I thank Dr. Sharmila Madam and her team for arranging the best of the resource persons together for us. To say about the execution of the program, as always, it was very smoothly conducted, and all my appreciation to the schedule, everything was on time. Thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to give feedback and also being a part of AICTE sponsored 6 days STTP on machine learning for societal application. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable feedback. I now request Professor Bhavani SD from Mysore to give her feedback about the short-term training program.
A very good afternoon to all. I'm Bhavani, Faculty of Computer Science in Government College, Mandya. First of all, I'm very happy to share my feedback on short-term training program on machine learning for societal applications organized by Department of Computer Science, PA College of Engineering, Mangaluru. I'm extremely impressed by the way it has been organized, and therefore it automatically motivated me to attend all the sessions. All the topics were delivered by the speakers were very relevant to the title of the program. I'm extremely happy to say that all the resource persons were highly knowledgeable, and all the topics starting from the basics of machine learning to applications in various fields such as natural language processing, e-governance, agriculture sector, and also issues and avenues related to research, and also the implementation of Python, implementation using Python were clearly delivered. It has really helped us in knowing the complexities and the challenges that has to be addressed in the machine learning domain. And we are very happy to receive all the course materials on time. And I would like to mention, in my opinion, it would have been still more effective if the practical sessions were also conducted along with the demonstrations. That is my personal opinion, sir. On the whole, I'm sure all the participants must have benefited out of this STTP program. So on behalf of all the participants, I would like to thank the organizing committee of PA College of Engineering for conducting such a wonderful program and giving us an opportunity to participate in it. Finally, I thank wholeheartedly the organizers for giving me the opportunity to share my feedback. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam. We will take your feedback positively. Now I request Professor Raju from NMA MIT NITTE to give his feedback.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, dignitaries and dear participants. I am Raju, Associate Professor in CSC Department, NMA MIT NITTE. AICTE sponsored a 6 days STTP program was inaugurated on 21st December at PA College of Engineering. The inauguration was followed by a talk on basics and applications of machine learning by Professor Ashok Rao sir. Sir gave us a lot of practical inputs. At the end of the session, we actively interacted with the speaker. It was very useful session. The second day began with a technical talk on machine learning for healthcare analytics and clustering methods, current perspectives by Dr. P.S. Hiremath. In the afternoon session, Dr. Zaid Ansari discussed Python and Python for image and video analytics. The sessions were very informative and useful for the research scholars. A talk on text detection in 3D video images by Dr. P. Shivakumara was presented on the third day. In the afternoon session, Dr. H.L. Shashireka discussed about text analytics using NLP. Both sessions were very informative and are very much required for the researchers who are working in the area of text processing. On the fourth day, Dr. Gnaneswarnath Satapathy discussed about the basics of neural networks for defense applications. In the afternoon session, a technical talk on GIS for visual data analytics was delivered by Dr. Gangadhar Bhatt. The talks were very interesting and application-oriented. Dr. R. Dinesh discussed about basics of deep learning and deep learning for video analytics on the fifth day. A technical talk and demonstration of on biometric technology for e-governance was delivered by Dr. B.H. Shekhar in the afternoon session. The inputs given by both speakers are very much useful for the budding researchers. Today, being the sixth and the last day of the STTP, Dr. S. Murali and his team of researchers who explained the research issues and avenues in computer vision. This session is very much sought after by the young researchers who aspire to work in the area of computer vision and machine learning. Thanks to Dr. Mohan and Dr. Shaheen for sharing their knowledge. I would like to personally thank all the eminent speakers for their excellent presentations in this 6-day STTP. We are grateful for their time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experiences with the participants. This STTP taught the fact that technologies such as machine learning would continue to make difference in our lives. I thank management of PA College of Engineering, Principal Dr. Abdul Sharif, and AICT for organizing such a wonderful STTP. Special thanks to Dr. Sharmila Kumari and our team for conducting such a knowledgeable, wonderful STTP. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. Now I request Dr. Savita CK, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, KVG College of Engineering, Surya, to give a feedback.
Myself, Savita from KVC. I feel honored to share my some experience with the on short-term training program conducted by PA College of Engineering on learning for society applications. The sessions held by various research persons were really wonderful, hugely beneficial faculty, students, and scholars. The information presented on various topics such as machine learning applications, neural networks, natural language processing, deep learning, that's biometric techniques, 3D reconstruction, computer vision, etc. were very interesting, informative, helpful as to growing academically. So I would like to appreciate convener Dr. Sharma ma'am and the whole team organizing such a wonderful program. Your efforts really the program grants us. Keep the goods. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable feedback. I thank all the participants for your valuable feedback, and we will take all your inputs positively. I shall now request our beloved principal, Dr. Abdul Sharif, to deliver the presidential remarks. Over to Principal Dr. Abdul Sharif.
Good afternoon to all dignitaries, participants, especially Dr. Sharmila Kumari. At the outset, I would like to thank AICTE for accepting and granting financial assistance for our proposal to conduct 6 days STTP program on machine learning for societal application. I congratulate Dr. Sharmila Kumari and team for successful completion of this STTP, which I am sure it is very beneficial for all the participants, that is the faculty members and research scholars. I understood that knowledge on machine learning for societal application is enhanced. I would like, I am sure all the participants will use this knowledge for their research as well as to disseminate this knowledge to the students for their project work as well as in their practical application. Here in the workshop, I think that 6 days workshop will give glimpse on machine learning. Of course, my knowledge on machine learning, computer science is very limited because I'm from the background of the mechanical engineering, but I'm aware that machine learning subject is used in all the disciplines, that is in mechanic, all the branches. It to the computer science engineering, because many applications, that is, I think it is covered. I heard that it is the feedback from the participant. It is covered almost all application, healthcare, agriculture. It is a very interesting. Only thing is that is I told that is the workshop will give only glimpse. You have to expand it. You have to explore it, and you have to go back and you have to work on that at your workplace, either in research or at your college, and disseminate for the student. Along with the students, please share with the student, because today's students will be the future for our country. That is the main important. Whatever knowledge you got it, that should be shared with others. By sharing the knowledge will improve your skill also, your knowledge also. I think that is the main objective of the AICTE is sponsoring STTP program like this. Teachers' responsibility, that is all our faculty members. I think most of them are, unfortunately, most of them are from the faculty, from the computer science only. I think it should be widely, I think other branches of faculty members would have registered and they would have utilized this benefits out of this machine learning subject. Machine learning is used in mechanical, is used in daily life, and it is used in almost all. I think that is it should be expanded. What I to the medical sciences also. It is very useful if it is diagnosing diseases and all the data can be collected, and it can be used for medical sciences. I think that is the medical science and engineering, all the field that is multidisciplinary, has to come together and it has to work together, and it should benefit common man. Finally, it should benefit the mankind. That should be the main aim. Your knowledge should not, you have to keep only with you. It should be shared and it should be discussed with other discipline. You should be, computer science has to discuss with the mechanical engineering and civil engineering, and it should be applied in all the sciences so that its application, the implementation is a great problem. Actually, in any program, that is the implementation, you have to do hard work for that. I hope all of the participants, I think it is a very good feedback we got it. And one of the feedback what is given is, of course, practical hands-on experience we have not given because of the COVID-19, because it is online. Definitely, once it is over, it is COVID-19 is over, definitely our college will organize. It is on this subject, hands-on training program. I think our department of computer science is organizing many workshops, that is by using under the name of the clerk, ACT or some other form. Definitely, we will look forward, that is the computer science, all other department of PA College of Engineering, to organize these type of workshop and give insight in the technical advancement in many subjects. Today it is a machine learning, artificial intelligence. Tomorrow it may be more. I think in inaugural session, that is the chief guest, is very well explained how the technology changes from 300 years to now. I think all resource persons are well selected by Dr. Sharmila Kumari and her team, and well planned. Once again, I thank that is Dr. Sharmila Kumari and team, AICTE, and participant, because of their participation. Without their participation, this workshop would not have been successful. And throughout, attendance was throughout 100%. What I understood, that shows that the success of this workshop. I wish that this workshop will benefit you, and it will benefit for your students at your workplace. You utilize this knowledge in real-time projects, and in doing the mini projects and innovative projects along with the students. Students are very much, students are important, as I told earlier. They are the future for our country. With this few words, I will conclude my presidential remark. Thank you one and all. Thanks, Sharmila Kumari and team once again, and AICT and the management, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so
one.
much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your presidential remarks. We are confident to attain institutes and departments' vision with your constant guidance and support. Thank you. Now we come to the end of the valedictory ceremony. I now request Professor Saifuddin to deliver the vote of thanks.
I hereby now propose the vote of thanks. I would like to express my profound gratitude to today's chief guest, Mr. Shaheen, for sparing his valuable time with his inspiring words. We are grateful to you, sir, for your gracious presence with your dynamic and motivating words to all of us. I also would like to thank our beloved chairman, Dr. P.A. Ibrahim Haji, PAET, who is playing a vital role with his constant support in all the activities of our institution under PAET. Thank you, sir. I would also like to express my profound gratitude to today's guest of honor, Dr. B.S. Shekhar, for sparing his valuable time with his inspiring words. I also would like to express my profound gratitude to Dr. Murli S. for sparing his valuable time and with his inspiring words. Also would like to express my profound gratitude to Dr. Mohan S. for sparing his valuable time with his inspiring words. I take this opportunity to record our gratitude to our Executive Director, Mr. Abdullah Ibrahim, for his support and guidance to all of us. And I would like to thank the people behind the success of this program, our beloved principal, vice principal, director academics, principals of sister institution, director MBA, heads of the various departments for their support to conduct this program. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated professors who know their responsibility and are result oriented. I extend my sincere gratitude to the staff coordinators, technical committee members, faculty members, technical and supporting staff for their dedication and service. And I also would like to acknowledge my gratitude to all the active participants, each and everyone who are involved directly or indirectly to make this STTP a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. I thank all the participants for your patient listening and active participation. Thank you one and all.